Hello everyone and welcome back to part 3 of the how to draw a horse in coloured pencils tutorial here on YouTube. If you're just joining me now and you haven't drawn this section with me just yet, I will link part 1 down below where you can go and start again from the beginning. But those of you who have been joining me and you're ready to get stuck into this next part, everything you need to know will be listed in the description as always, and without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so before we move on and do anything else, now that I'm coming at this with fresh eyes, I can see that we need a lot more orange and warmth in that fur. So I'm going to start with the burnt ochre 187 and just start to build up a little bit more orange because it just needs a bit more warmth, I think. So I'm just going to blend it in, warm that fur up even more. Around here. Just also makes it look a little bit shinier as well because the fur looks richer. Might just start blending some little strokes through here. So just building that up, creating a bit more depth and richness. Starting to look a bit better already. Definitely need some more around here. So if your drawings are ever looking a little bit flat, it's usually because you just need an extra colour or two to bring it to life, like in this situation. Just looked a bit flat, a bit lacklustre. Just needed something else. We might very well need something else after this, but I think this is making a big difference already, so. Blending it in. It's a very grey and drizzly day today, but I actually feel cosy. It almost feels like autumn, which I'm not quite ready for yet, I'm not gonna lie. I love autumn, but I don't want the summer to end. I'm just sort of moving around different parts just to build this up. Yeah, I'm not ready for summer to end. Not quite ready for cosy season just yet. A bit more around here. Okay, I think it's looking better. Just going to build that up a bit more there. Don't be afraid to just like shade it in some areas. Go over it a few times. Just been editing the first part of a bald eagle tutorial that I've started on Patreon. I have got lots and lots of other tutorials over on Patreon if you are enjoying these YouTube ones and you're hungry to do more. I've got 3 different tiers now. I've got a fundamentals tier which is a little bit more sort of back to basics, doing smaller focus tutorials. You know, those of you that aren't quite ready to do a full piece just yet. And then the advanced tier is all about doing like a full animal each time. And then the expert tier is where you can submit your work for an art review. So I will have a look at your work and just tell you like where you could improve, what you're doing really well, a very positive sort of bit of feedback on your work. So yeah, there are plenty more tutorials to sink your teeth into over there. I think this is looking better now. Let's just add a bit more around here. Okay, that'll do for now. Let's now start moving away from that area and I think I'm going to start bringing a bit more down here. So let's add some dark sepia 175. I'm just going to add a little bit of an outline so that we can see where it ends. It's very dark as you come to the right, so I'm not afraid to use slightly darker pencil. And I'm also going to add where this line is that sort of comes down here, where you can see some of those muscles and that facial structure. And then let's also just add a bit of a line down there. And I might just map in where that mane is, like that, just so that we can see where it is. And then, if need be, get rid of any pencil marks, any smudging or anything. There we go, that'll do for now. And let's use the Warm Grey 1 270 as the base, although it's quite dark around here, but I think we'll be able to build the colours up so that it's nice and dark. So just bringing that over. And let's add a little bit of that Beige Red 132. Just for a little bit of that pink tone, although it's quite orange. It's more orange up here than it is down here. I can see quite a bit of pink around there, but we'll just add it in. Blending it in, and then let's add some of that burnt ochre 187. Just to add that warmth in first, and then as we build on top of it, it'll sort of look right more quickly. Building it up. I'm not going to blend as much down here where it's a bit pink, so I'm just going to blend that out a bit. Okie dokie. And then I might actually just skip the nougat now. I feel like because it's dark we just need a darker colour. So let's use the burnt umber 280 and start to build up that fur texture. Doing lots of little strokes. Start building it up. We'll probably definitely need a bit more richness to this, but at least we can start to get the basic shape in there. So bringing it around here. And definitely darkening it up to this right hand side. Might even add a bit more of a line there. Not really all that much detail that you can see in this darker bit, so just bringing that colour down. And then I'm going to start to like round it off a little bit on this bit. Try and make it look a bit more blended and like there's a bit of a gradient. So just blend in from the right into that section. And I'm going to blend a bit more from the left. So just building it all up. Add a bit down here. Oh, the cat's brought in a baby moorhen this morning. I just heard a shrieking noise. I was like, what on earth is that? Then I went in and it was hiding in the utility room from him, poor thing. But it's all right now. I managed to calm it down and put it back outside, and it ran back off to the pond, poor thing. It's all good. I've seen it having a bit of food outside, so it's all good now. But yeah, they're just a nightmare for bringing stuff in. Okay, that is looking good. That'll do for now. So now let's try and get a bit more richness in there. Let's use some burnt sienna 283, that nice red tone. And I'm just going to start to blend that in. I am applying quite a bit of pressure because I do want it to look really vibrant, so I feel like we can get away with it on this piece a little bit more. So just take your time to build that up, lots of little strokes. You can get a bit of texture in there as well. Gonna add some into this darker part. So we're getting there. It's going to take a lot more colours to get to the level of depth that we're after, but that's fine. Just take your time. There's no rush. You cannot rush coloured pencils at all. There we go. Then let's use some Walnut Brown 177. We'll get that slightly purple brown tone, and just going to start to blend that in into the darkest parts. Keep layering it up. So the more colour that you can sort of layer up, the more rich and vibrant it's going to look. With using a lighter base, you do kind of just have to keep working the colour on, but it'll look really good once it's all done. Let's add a little bit onto this bit. Blend a little bit through this part. Sort of blending those two areas together through the middle a little bit more. Okay. Then let's use some dark Sepia 175 and we're really gonna start to darken this up now. So let's start from this right hand side. Darken that line up and we'll just start to create a bit more depth. Starting to create a nice bit of shape already. Let's add some up here. Start to just blend a bit down here, I reckon. And let's add a little bit in here. Okay. Then I'm just going to add a bit more burnt ochre at 187. Just push a bit more of that in there. And I'm going to add a bit more burnt sienna 283. Layer a little bit more of that in there. Okay. And then let's use some black 199 and we'll just darken it all up. Darkening that, and I'm going to start to build up the depth. I'm going to blend some more into the top. And into this right hand side. I think we actually need a bit more in here as well. Just gradually darkening it up. Okay, that's starting to look good. Let's add a little bit more around here. Let's get a bit more definition. Okie dokie, and then I'm going to start moving up here. We can always come back to that bit afterwards, but I want to start bringing some more fur up here. So I'm going to use the dark sepia 175 again, and I just want to map in where, again, where that mane is. So it comes down there like that. And then there's also this bit here that I've missed, where the top of the head is. That comes down like that. And there's like a little bit of hair that comes over like that. And then I'll join that back up there. Just so that we know where each bit is, and then I'll just do a tiny bit to map where that white section starts. And I'll just do a bit of a line there to show where that bit is. I just like to make sure everything's mapped in and then I can see where it all is. So I'm just using my eraser, tidying it up a little bit. And let's use the warm grey one, 270. It's absolutely lashing it down now, proper raining. And bringing that over. Over this top bit. Okie dokie. Then let's add a little bit of Beige Red 132 to get that pink tone. And let's add some burnt ochre 187 to get the nice orange colour. I'm going to bring that around here a bit. And at the top here, it's not as orange around there where that highlight is, so I might just leave that area for now. Could always add some back into it later if need be. But it's very warm up here. Just blending that in. Okie dokie. Then let's use some burnt umber 280 and I'm going to start building that up. Let's just add here where this bit is. It's a bit of a line that comes up there. Blend that in a bit like that. Then I'm going to start doing the little fur strokes. Start building up some more fur texture. So always looking for the direction of that fur. Just take your time to build it up. I think, yeah, we definitely don't really need any nougat because it is quite dark coloured fur. Straight to the burnt umber is fine. Although we might end up using a bit of nougat in this lighter area, we'll see how we get on. Just building that up. So it does take a little while to build it up, but it's gonna look really nice when we get that shine. There's also a bit of a funny angle for me to be drawing at this, so it takes me a little bit longer. Okay, we're getting there. Just gonna add a bit more anywhere that looks a bit too light. Okay, that'll do for now. I think we definitely need some Walnut Brown 177 where it's a bit more purple at this side. Start to build that up a little bit. I'm going to add a bit up here. Let's blend a bit more in. And I think definitely some more on this top bit. Okay, that'll do for now. Let's add some burnt sienna 283, get that nice rich red tone in there. I am wondering if I'm going to need like a more vibrant red or orange or something, just to add even more richness, but we'll see how we get on. Let's add a little bit around here. Bit more up here. Okay, and then let's add some dark sepia 175, see how we get on with that. Then we could always add some more colours, so let's just bring that around the top again. I feel like we need to bring a bit of that in from the edge, just to round it off a bit more. And then let's start to just bring some of that inwards. Start building up a little bit more depth. Darken that up again if need be. going to bring some more in from this bit. Then let's add some more burnt umber 280. I feel like we need more of that warm brown colour, so I'm just gonna really work that in now. I'm gonna press on a bit harder, get that richness. Let's add a bit more down here. And then let's add some more burnt ochre 187. We definitely need more orange in there. It's better already. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of black 199 to that top bit just to darken that up even more. And darken up this bit. Add a bit more around here. Bit more just blended around there, I think. Just doing some teeny tiny little strokes just to round that off a bit more. It was looking a bit too much like just a line. So add a little bit sort of coming in from that dark outline, just to round it off a bit. Might just add a little bit more Walnut Brown 177. I think we need more of that purple tone in here. It's looking really good. Maybe a bit more on this side actually. Giving it a little tiny bit of a sharpen, and I'm just going to try it again now with a sharper pencil. Just so you can see a bit more of the strokes, then you can get a little bit more texture. That's looking nice and rich. Bit more down here. I think a bit more on the left hand side of like this section, sort of coming out with that shadow blending into it. Nice, looking good. So I might just finish off by adding any more that you feel like you need to add. This colour really does help to give it a richness, so feel free to go mad with it. Add it anywhere that needs a little bit more. Might even add a bit more around here. it's looking really nice. I'm pleased with this now. That's what I mean when I say sometimes it's looking a bit flat, you just need that extra colour. Could be just something simple like a bit more of a purple, a bit more of a red, a bit more of the brown. Add a bit more here. Okay, and I think I might leave it there for that part. I feel like we've made some good progress. It is a bit of a slow one to build up. I do find that short fur takes a long time anyway, more so than long curly fur or anything like that. But I hope you've enjoyed drawing me. Not drawing me. I hope you've enjoyed joining me for another part of this horse tutorial. Make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it because it does really help my channel out. Subscribe to see more videos like this and I will see you in the next part. So bye for now.